Check this out. You do it too. Mine doesn't work though, really. Sound. Check this out. Turn it down a little bit, maybe. All right, hello everybody. Welcome back. This is the start of a new season of Temple football. Year number 2 has reached us. We're coming off a 5-7 first season, and I know the recruiting video was a long one last time, but we set up all of our stuff. We had a great recruiting class, the number 47 class in the nation, 4th best in the Big East. We got 1 4-star player, and he's going to be the highlight of our defense this year. I went through and did a lot of this stuff, so we didn't have to go and watch all of it. I set up our recruiting points here. We're going after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like we have 6 potential 3-stars from Pennsylvania. We're a little light on points this offseason, too. As you can see, even if we sign all these guys, come transfer portal time, we only have 240 points right now. And a big part of that, big reason for that is because there just so happens to be a 4-star wideout from Philadelphia. We offered him 300 points. He's looking at Ohio State, Indiana. He's yet to receive our offer. We'll see what kind of progress we make next week with our offer to him. But check out the stats on this guy. I scouted him before I offered him those points. He's a 95 speed, and he's from Philadelphia, so he's better than pretty much anyone we could get in the transfer portal. He's worth the 300 points, but that's like basically half. Actually, that's probably like almost 70% of our recruiting budget, all going to Bernie Saubert, the 4-star wideout, the number 3 player in the state of Pennsylvania, but he's from Philadelphia, and we're going to take a shot at getting him. He's a 95 speed. So we'd like to get him. We're also looking at a couple other, here's a nice 3-star gem running back, also from Philadelphia. So we're just recruiting our home city this year, it looks like. Our second prospect, Juan Marshall, he's an 88 speed and a pretty nice back with a couple hidden talents there, as you can see, sidekick, road dog. So he's pretty good. And another kid from Monaca that we want, a gem, defensive tackle. So we got a couple decent recruits here, but we're going to be light on points come transfer portal. And as you can see, we're only currently targeting 12 players. Not a lot of talent in Pennsylvania. That was a tough house rule I put in there, that we can only recruit Pennsylvania guys during the regular season. That makes it pretty hard, as Pennsylvania is underrated on the talent in this game. I'm surprised. Pennsylvania is known for having a lot of great high school football players, but not right now. So let's take a look at our schedule. As I mentioned, sometimes it glitches out the no talent in Pennsylvania. That's right. It's making it very difficult. We gained a half a star. We're up to 1.5 stars as a program. We're slightly better as a team. We went from 72 to 74. And I'm glad the game didn't totally glitch up our schedule, but when you screw with the conferences, it does mess it up a little bit. So this is going to be an interesting run of games as we start tonight with our salute to service game at Army. We started last season with a win against Navy, so we're doing the military academy gauntlet here. Maybe next year we'll play Air Force. So we start on the road. That's going to be a cool introduction. I like their intro with I think they typically have a flyover and all the cadets in their uniforms and stuff. It'll be a pretty cool atmosphere for that game as we start the season at Army. Then a weird scheduling here. We get into some conference games right off the bat. We play UConn, Louisville, two teams we know from last year, but we'd like to get off to a good start, get our revenge against UConn. Our athletic director is offering us 200 points of NIL. One of our 3 goals for the year is beat Penn State. And this year we have to go to Beaver Stadium, which is always tough unless you're the Wisconsin Badgers. The Wisconsin Badgers proved maybe it's not so tough after all. So maybe we could win 2 games in a row at Beaver Stadium. as we have. I'm just realizing this now. We have 4 straight road games. We go to Louisville, Penn State, West Virginia, and Virginia Tech. 4 straight road games, all against tough opponents there. Then we finally come home for our other rival, Buffalo, as you can see there, and Boston College. Then we got to go to Miami, and we finish the season with Cincinnati. We finished the season 3 straight home games: Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, and Rutgers. So a pretty tough schedule. The toughest games are Miami and Penn State, and we also got to play at Virginia Tech, and got both our rivals on there. So I'm thinking we're going to be slightly better, but not much better. But could this team potentially flirt with a bowl game? I don't know. As we've been playing a little better the last couple of days on the stream, see if we can keep that going here against the Army, the military academies here. So, as you can see there, our goals for this season are sign 3 players from Pennsylvania. That should be attainable, as everybody on our list is from Pennsylvania. Beat Penn State and win a road game. Not a very difficult goal. We should be able to, maybe we could get that first goal done right now. Our job security back to 100%, as they liked our recruiting class. And before we start the first game, I went through and did all the red shirts and stuff, but I'll give everyone just a quick rundown of the new roster here, what we're looking at. We're going to start the season. We're going to give Shepard the start. Johnny Shepard, he's slightly better than the kid we got from SMU, a junior, who will most likely be our quarterback next year. But Shepard comes in, he's on a short leash. If Shepard doesn't do what we want from him and he's not getting it done, we won't be afraid to go to Khalil Wilkins, the pure runner from Washington, D.C. So Shepard better get it done, the senior. We're giving the senior the chance to come back this year. So Shepard will start. Smolik's not going to see the field at all. As you can see, that one kid I talked about, Bergen, I redshirted him because he's terrible. He's only at 58 overall. He'll never play. I thought he was going to be better than that when we recruited him. You find out a lot when you get these 2-star players. A lot of times they're pretty terrible. We got this guy here. He's actually our best running back in the transfer portal, Dominic Nicely. He's slightly better than the senior from Philadelphia, Brown the Fifth, but we're going to start Brown the Fifth. He's a senior. He's paid his dues. He's from Philadelphia. It's not a big difference between him and Nicely. So that's a nice 1-2 punch. And we also got another kid in the transfer portal, a new running back, Trey Cornist. So Morrow is actually down to 4th string again, even though I like Morrow. Morrow's got a lot of talent. So we got 4 decent running backs. I like Morrow, but he's just not good enough to really get on the field. We look at the depth chart. But he'll get in there a few times. And even Forbes and Blunt aren't bad, but we won't see much of them this season. And anything else to talk about? Our wide receivers are lacking. The weakness of our team this year, we lost Hills and King. We had 2 offensive linemen that were both like above 80 overall, and both went to the transfer portal. They both wanted like 300 NIL. I couldn't afford to keep either one of our star offensive linemen. So that's a concern for this team. The offensive line, we're kind of weak up front to start this season, and I'm hoping these guys can get it done because we're going to really try to run the ball and scramble with our fast quarterbacks. So we're going to need some blocking, but the offensive line is weak. You see there, 75, 75, 75 at center, 69 on the right side of the line, and 75 on the right side of the line. So that's concerning. Our offensive line is not very good. And one last thing I will show you here before we start. Here's the star of our team here, Tony Williams Jr., the transfer. He's from Miami, Florida. He's a 79 overall as a sophomore. He was a 4-star player. We offered him 390 NIL. He makes more than basically our entire team combined. He was the one 4-star player that we did pick up, Tony Williams Jr. So look for him to make an impact. We really needed help in our secondary, as we saw last season. A few of those games were getting torn apart with the passing game. So we went all in on a high-powered safety, and we hope he can make a difference out there for us, as he's only a sophomore. And I think maybe I can he's making 390 right now, but I'm thinking maybe in the offseason I could kind of jerk with him a little bit and take him down to maybe 250 or something and keep him from transferring. So we'll see what we can do. Maybe we can get some of those points back. It is possible that you can give them a lesser contract for year two, but I don't know for sure. It's kind of a scummy thing to do, to offer a kid 390 points and then after his first year drop him down to like 200. But if he won't transfer, we might try it. So we'll see. As that's what we're looking at here. Year two, we're 5-7. We'll look at one last thing and then we'll get into the game. Our coach stats here. There's Signetti. We are currently 5-7 as a coach, 1-1 against our rivals, 0-3 against ranked teams. So we've yet to beat a ranked team, and we've yet to go to a bowl game. So we've got some work to do. As you see here, Temple was 5-7 the year before we got here after 4 straight 3-9 seasons. So we held firm there with another 5-7 season, and we're hoping, as we said, our goal for this season is to get Temple back to a bowl game. As when was the last time they went to a bowl game? That's the last thing we'll check here. The last time Temple went to a bowl game was 2019, and they haven't won a bowl game since 2017. So, starting the season out at Army. Let's check I should have checked this before, but real quick, let's check the all-time series between the Cadets and Owls. And then we'll get this game underway here. So Temple against Army all time. Let's see. A tight series. Army leads the series 8-7, but the Army has won the last 4 games. So it's 8-7 Army all time. And yeah, we're going to be ripping on the Army tonight. But before we do that, we'll just say, we could get them back to 500. We respect all of our men and women in uniform. Thank you all for your service. But we're not rooting for you today, as we're going to try to knock off the Army. But thank you to all the vets. I know we have some vets that are members of Owl Nation here. So thank you guys for your service. As let's see, Army usually has some cool uniforms. Let's see what they're working with. Their normal standard uniforms. An all gray alternate, that's pretty sharp. America 250, that's pretty sweet, but it's white. I like that though. Nice numbers. United States of America on the back. And all black uniforms. All black with the gold helmet. What helmets they have? Gold helmet 250. This airborne helmet's pretty cool. Black helmet. Crossbones helmet. It's kind of hard to see, but it has like a Jolly Roger on it there. But for this game, I think we'll just have them wear the all-black uniforms with their standard helmets there. And to match that, we'll come into this game with our all-white uniforms. And the black spikes haven't really been working for us, so we're going to wear the white and red spikes with our all-white uniforms tonight. And let's check out this intro. I haven't played at Army yet on this game, but usually they have a pretty cool intro. So let's see if it features any kind of flyover or something. I would hope so. Hopefully we're not disappointed, but let's see what kind of intro the Army has here. Yeah, nice. Nice flyover. As you can see, all the Army guys out on the field. Pretty cool. Pretty cool opener here, hopefully for us. There's the Army people. As they say, this is a pretty cool place to see a game. I believe it. Nice little stadium. Good atmosphere. As here come the Owls, trying to start year 2 out with a victory. West Point, New York, 79 degrees, overcast day. Nice crowd here for the season opener. As you can see, they got the Temple Owls behind the Temple fans down there by the other goalpost. And there I am with my hoodie and jeans. That's how I dress. The featured player for the season opener here, Samuel Brown V, the senior running back from Philadelphia. As Nicely checks into the game to start. I have some formation subs to keep these guys fresh. So actually it's going to be Nicely on the first carry of the game. Curious to see what he can do as well. And he has a nice carry to start the game, and he's already tired. So that's great. Nicely comes into the game, and he's tired. So here's Brown V, the senior from Philly. His first carry of the game. And he has 4. This is not a gimme game by any standards, as none of them are when you're Temple. As Shepard drops back for his first pass of the season, he has one of our new tight ends. I think that guy's name was like Uzuma. That brings up an early third down for the Owls, as Nicely checks back into the game. They give it to Nicely. Nice cut by Nicely. And it's a shame he's already getting hurt, because those were 2 nice runs, but he's already basically shot for the game here, as he's down 5 points on his attributes. Shepard comes out in the gun here. He looks for Cush, throws it a mile over his head. Not a great start for Shepard, as he had Cush out there basically wide open, and he threw it a mile over his head. Shepard's got to be better than that. Nice cut from Nicely. That's right. We're hoping for big things out of him, as Shepard forces this one, and it's incomplete. So a rough start here for Shepard. Just a 1 short completion, 2 awful throws. And again, it's third down for the Owls. Who's going to be our big wideout? Who's going to catch the ball here now that Peter Clark is gone? This time he gets it to Cush. It's a first down. Peter Clark was looking at in real life, Peter Clark checking out my TikTok. He did not follow me, but he was looking at my TikTok this morning. So that's something. Hopefully he doesn't go on my YouTube and see the game where he tore his ACL. As it's 2nd and 8 here for Shepard and the Owls. Shepard gonna roll out, nobody's open. He takes a big hit. So Shepard just picking up where he left off last season. Not a great start to this game, as it's another third down for Temple. Mikey Stadium is rocking here. Shepard's back to pass. Nobody's open. He's going to force one downfield. It's caught. What are they going to call here? Did he step across the line? I don't know what the call is going to be. We got it out there to Cush. What's the call? Is it going to be pass interference on us? No way. They call an offensive pass interference on Ryder Cush, wiping out the nice first down play there, or third down conversion. And now we're behind the chains, 3rd and 18. So a nice play there by Shepard and Cush, but they call Cush for the pass interference. Shepard just lobs this one up, and it's dropped. And we're going to have to punt on our opening drive. So we don't have our sustained success of scoring on the opening drive in this game. But really, that all comes down to the first down being wiped out by the offensive pass interference. As you see here, we have a new punter this season, Jones. See if he can pin Army deep. He gets the punt away. Give us a good bounce one time. It does take a good bounce, out of bounds at the 10. And that's where the Cadets, also known as the Black Knights of Army, they'll come out. We'll see what we have in store for them, as they most likely will run a option offense, as the service academies tend to do. Where is, as you can see back here, Williams Jr., the strong safety, as they are going to come out with the option, and we stop it on the first play of the game for a 3-yard loss. 1 second, I'm going to turn this off. 2nd and 13. It's another option play. This time the quarterback keeps it for a nice gain of 8. But it's 3rd and 5 here for the Cadets. Man in motion, they're running the option. I was ready for the pitch, but he breaks the tackle. Willie Love had it. I was ready for the pitch. As if anyone remembers, against Navy, we actually picked one of those pitches off and took it back the other way for a touchdown. Again, they pitch it. This time he's got more space out there as he breaks the tackle and he has the first down. So a good start for Army to pick up a couple first downs. This time he gives it straight up the middle. We missed the guy. He has 7 yards. So it's shaping up to be a good game early on here. Army, pretty even matchup for us. As we stop the option play there. It's tough to know who's getting the ball on this option. It's 3rd and 3. They send their guy in motion from right to left. It's a keeper, and we stop him. So both teams have had the ball once, and both teams have punted once as Army brings their punt unit on the field. And Choi is our returner this year. He's not very well, as he makes all kind of guys miss. He can just the punter to beat, and he gets around him. So I was going to say, Choi is a true freshman. That's the true freshman defensive back we signed last year. He's not good enough to get on the field on defense, but I put him in there for punt returns because he's very fast, and he's just electric there. His first touch of his career, and it's a punt return for Choi, the 3-star, Sony Choi, the 3-star defensive back. I wasn't sure about him. I wasn't sure about putting him in there to return kicks and punts, but he's very fast. And his first return of his career, he takes it back for a punt return. That was sweet. Sony Choi, the true freshman 3-star. Not good enough to play defense, and he's not very, he doesn't have good attributes as far as awareness and stuff. So they didn't have him very high on the depth chart for punt returns either, but he's one of the fastest guys on the team. That's why I decided to put him back there, give him a chance. And it pays early dividends here as he takes it back for the touchdown. Now Army comes back on offense. They throw the ball. Something we don't expect to see too often from them. That's their first pass of the game from Jackson. Jackson under center here. He's back to pass again. And that's going to be a 15-yard face mask. Sloppy tackling there from Jameer Diaz, the senior. And pretty quickly, Army is into our territory for the first time today at the 49. This time, they keep it with Jackson. Willie Love is there on the stop. Second and 10. They give it up the middle. Big hit there, but he has 6 yards. And it's 3rd down again for the Cadets. It's Jackson. He throws it. We wrap the guy up. He's just short, 4th and 1. And Army's going to elect to go for it. So it's 4th and 1. I think Army's probably pretty good in these short yardage situations here. 4th and 1 from the 41. They go straight ahead up the middle, and he's short. We dive at his legs, and we just get him. I did not think we had him, but we forced the turnover on downs there. 4th and 1. Army goes straight up the middle with the fullback, and we stop him. So let's see if we can get this offense going. as it's Brown the fifth for 4 yards. I don't know. Maybe we'll give. I think our other quarterback, his name is Wilkes. Maybe we'll give him a series here if Shepard doesn't get it going. But this time he has Cush for the first down. Last play of this opening quarter. It's a give to Brown the fifth, and he has 3. So a decent quarter. We stopped them twice. The only touchdown comes on special teams with the punt return from Choi. Not much offense from either team thus far. As you can see there, both teams had about between 60 and 70 yards of total offense.
Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter.
But we are ahead 7-0, so let's see what we can do here. 2nd and 7 from the 44. Shepard's back to pass. Nobody's open, and our classic play, just throw it at the cadets there. And it's 3rd down again for Shepard and this offense. Not very inspiring so far today, as if we can't move the ball on Army, how are we going to move it in Big East play? Shepard's back to pass. He's trying to roll out. He's going to force one downfield. There's a flag on the play. What's this penalty going to be on 3rd down? That looks like it's going to be roughing the passer, so some undisciplined play there from Army, as it's the opposite of the previous drive. They give us a 1st down on 3rd and long. We just threw that one up for grabs, but a late hit on the quarterback keeps the drive alive for the Owls. As this time it's a draw to Nicely. He has 5, and one of our linemen is shaken up on the play. That's not good. As we talked about, we don't have much depth on the offensive line, and even the guys we do have aren't really that good. As Shepard's back to pass, he throws the screen to Nicely, and we lose 5 yards as we always do on that screen play, and it's 3rd and 10. You can see there, Nino Francavilla, that's our new offensive lineman that we got. He's from Toronto. But it's 3rd down again for the Owls, as that screenplay has basically never worked. We're trying to call our audibles, but it's just too loud here. You can't hear Shepard making the calls. He's rolling out. He just throws that one to nobody. Well overthrown, looking for Cush. And it's going to be 4th and 10. Carl Harden is back for another year. This is a long one, though, for his first attempt of the season from 46 yards. The senior kicker, Harden, comes on. No wind, really. As he hits it pretty good. Does it have the leg on it? It does. So Harden knocks it through. He had a good year last year, and he's off to a good start here, 1 for 1. A pretty long kick, too, 46 yards. I didn't quite hit it that hard either, so that tells me Harden has the range. He could probably make one from about 50, because I only had that one at about 90% power. Missed it a little bit on the power, and it still had enough juice to get there. So it's 10-0 Owls here in the second quarter. See if our defense can continue to stop this option attack from Army. They're on the run here. He keeps it, Jackson. 5 carries already for him for 10 yards. Just waiting for that pitch. I think we can get it one of these times. As this time it's a toss out. Not that pitch. That's not what I'm talking about. He's got all kind of space out there to the right. As God's Power Nuwaye has a nice carry. That's a cool name. That guy's first name is God's Power. The running back for Army. God's Power Nuwaye. And he has a nice run there. They give it to God's Power again. He has another nice carry for 9 yards.
3 yards rushing in this first half, and he is making quite the impression in the opener.
2nd and 1 for Army. They pitch it to the fullback here.
Tried to fight his way through
He
that.
doesn't have it.
The defense trying to get
That'll bring up another 3rd down for Army here in the Year 2 season opener. A Temple salute to service. It's a run up the middle. I dive at God's power, but I just miss him. I probably could have had him in the backfield, but I missed God's power there as God's power eluded us, and he has the 1st down. Another run up the middle.
push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
No gain on that play.
Stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 for the Cadets. This time it's their bigger running back, Danny Eagles, the fullback actually. He stopped for a 2-yard gain. And it's another 3rd down for Army here from the Temple 30-yard line. They run the option, they pitch it out, and we stuff them for a 2-yard loss. So Army will be forced to attempt a field goal here as they try to get on the board. This is a pretty long one from 49 yards, and it's good. So they answer our field goal with a field goal of their own. It's 10-3.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak.
See if they kick this one back to Choi. Where's Choi at? Now it's going to go the other way to Hardy. Hardy's getting the return duties on the other side again this year, as he did have 1 kickoff return in Pittsburgh last year. As we bring our offense back out onto the field, they haven't done much today here.
They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for
We need to get them going.
find that balance between being
It's Brown the 5th, and he loses yards. Oh, he actually gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it's no gain for Brown the 5th.
Put a nice drive together and just get some kind of points on this drive.
no doubt.
We really miss Peter Clark, as I don't have many options of guys to throw the ball to. As you can see, I tried to call C-number circle out there. I tried to, that time he heard me. The first time he was like, it had a question mark over his head, which means I tried to tell him to go, and he didn't hear me. As Shepard's going to keep this one himself and get out of bounds for a nice gain.
Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
As that's about the only thing Shepard has done right today. He gets a nice run there. This time it's Brown the 5th.
Give him a pickup.
Not much happening for Brown the 5th. It's a shame that Nicely
Defense wrapping them up.
is kind of shook up,
Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional. Put them in
as Nicely does check back in here, but he's not 100%. It's a draw play to Nicely, and Nicely has 6, and that'll take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's a defensive struggle here in West Point. Temple leads 10-3. Nicely stays out there. 3rd and 2 from the 46. We give it to Nicely, and he's short. He lost the yard. And that's gonna set us up for a tough call here. What should we do here? 4th and 2 from our own 46. With 1:58 remaining in the half. We're sending the offense back out there. We do not play the field position game in this situation, as we probably should have, but we're going to throw it with Shepard, and it's picked off. Shepard is picked off at midfield as we go for it on 4th down. And that one might come back to hurt us there, as Shepard is picked off for the first time this season. And Army is set up here now before the half at the 45. That might be the last throw Shepard makes today, guys. I don't know. We might give the other kid a chance as we come up with the sack here. 3rd and 12. Shepard, the senior, I mean, he just can't get it done as we convert on 3rd and 12. They're down to the 37-yard line. Shepard 4 for 12 today for just 20 yards. What an awful half from Shepard. As we said, we weren't going to let him go if he's not going to get it done, as we stop Jackson there, I think is that guy's name, for a 2-yard loss.
On that last play here, 2nd and 12.
Shepard might be done for the day. I don't know, gang. We might go with the transfer from SMU on our next series, as Army is trying to get some points here before the half. Jackson's up to 50 yards passing. You know it's bad when you're getting outpassed by Army, a team that runs the ball. As we stop God's power there, and we're going to call timeout. It's going to be 4th and inches for Army.
The defense uses a
See what they elect to do here from this
they'll have 2 to work with.
area, the 27-yard line. They're going to go for it.
Don't convert on
We
this.
stopped them last time they went for it on 4th and short.
About passing on the field goal try.
Army gives it to the fullback. This time they have it, and they call their second timeout of the half.
Dice and convert to keep this drive going. Timeout taken by the offense. It's their second.
So the poor offensive play has kept Army in this game,
What's left in this first half?
as they're at the 25 here. They run it with God's power there for a short gain of 2.
He was knocked down. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8.
Clock's ticking, only 1 timeout here remaining
Play action.
for Army. They throw it out to the tight end. We do wrap them up at the 15, but they're in business. 30 seconds to go, plenty of time.
Rush to the line. Clock stopped for the first down.
They hurry up to the line.
Gains of 1 on the clock.
Jackson back to pass again. He has his man on the sideline for a short gain. He's out of bounds at the 14. He's 7 for 7, so he's not throwing the ball a lot, but as we know, he's been perfect on the day, of course. Not one incomplete pass in this first half, as he's back to pass again. And that one's picked off by Williams. We said it. Williams is going to be a difference maker for this team. We gave him all that money, and he has a pick six, 85 yards to end the first half down by the tank. We gave Williams that money. Tony Williams Jr., we gave him the big contract, the 4-star from Miami. And in his debut game, he has a huge pick six. We're going to take a little clip of that. Tony Williams Jr., what a play by Williams. The first incomplete pass of the day for Jackson. Well worth the money, I agree. Our only 4-star player, and that is beautiful. That's exactly what I was hoping to see from Williams Jr. As his debut, he has a pick six. Welcome to the team, Tony Williams Jr. Right down in front of the tank. And that's a huge play in this ball game, as Army's going in to tie the game up before halftime. Instead, it's a 90-yard pick six from Williams Jr., and the Owls are going to take a 14-point lead to the break, most likely. What a play by Williams. I was really, really hoping for some big moments out of him, and we get one here in the season opener. As the Owls are flying down the field, they stop the return at the 12-yard line. Only 7 seconds left here for Army. They give it to the fullback up the middle. He has a nice carry. Will they call their last timeout? No, they won't. Are they going to be able to get a snap off here? 2 seconds, 1, and they don't get the playoff. So our offense basically non-existent in that first half. As you see that cannon there, that's pretty cool. But we get points on special teams with our 2 new players. A true freshman, Choi, returns a punt for a touchdown. And the big pickup of the offseason, Tony Williams Jr., comes up with a pick six to cap the half. So it's 17-3 Temple, all without the help of any offense at all. As we're going to go in here, Army will start with the ball, but we're going to give the second half of this game to the junior. He's going to be the quarterback next year. Let's see if he's going to take over this year. Khalil Wilkins, the transfer from SMU. He's coming in. Shepard's done for the day. The rest of this game is going to Wilkins. We'll see what he can do next time we get the ball back.
This one deep to get the second half underway.
But that was an awesome play to end a half from Williams.
He'll bring it out. It's down now.
As again, Army tries to take it out, and again, they're stopped at just the 13-yard line.
He stopped at the 13. Army sends its offense onto the field.
And that's where the Cadets will start this drive, 1st and 10.
Start this third quarter. They'd love to
They run it with God's power. His 10th carry of the game.
So now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together
2nd and 9.
Starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but
Back to pass.
momentum. You can create something
We're
special
there.
and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense.
So optimistic start for our defense, as I'm hoping we're going to need them to be much better than they were last season. As it's 3rd down, all kind of pressure. He gets it away, but we knock it down. Culp is out there. Earl Culp knocks it down, and it's a quick 3 and out for Army. And Choi is back here to return again. We know he's dangerous now. See what Choi can do with his 2nd return of the day. As they're down there quick. Yeah, I probably should have called for a fair catch on that one. They were all over him, nowhere to run. Can't blame Choi much on that play as the coverage was just good. So, a change at quarterback here for the Owls as the SMU transfer Khalil Wilkes checks into the game for his first action of the season. Let's see what he can do. Oh, no. He's a left-handed quarterback, and he's sacked. I don't like that at all. I don't usually like having left-handed quarterbacks. I didn't know Wilkes was a lefty. I never would have even recruited him. That's an oversight on my part, as I was so thrown off by him being left-handed that he just gets sacked for a huge loss. His 2nd play of the game, and he's sacked again. So Wilkes comes into the game, and he's sacked twice, and maybe he's not. He might be a one and done, one drive and done, as it's 3rd and 33. Not much in the playbook for this situation, as we just give it to Brown the 5th up the middle. Decent carry there, but it's going to be 4th and 20, and we're going to be forced to punt. And unfortunately, I think I'm going to have to go back to Shepard. That's a shame. I did not know Wilkes. It says right there, pure runner, left-handed. He's already kind of hurt, and that's disappointing. I should have paid him closer attention when I was recruiting him, because I can't do a whole lot with a left-handed quarterback. As he comes into the game, he's sacked twice, and we instantly go 3 and out. Have to punt the ball back to Army as we miss a tackle. And Army's going to have good field possession to start this drive. So some real concern looking at our offense now. Shepard's not getting it done. Wilkes is left-handed. Our defense is trying to keep us in this game. Arts has the stop there. I don't know about that, gang. I don't think we're going to see too much more of Wilkes. The left-handed quarterback from SMU, 2nd and 12. It's God's power for a big gain. He's up to 98 yards. And this game is still very much in question, as we still just have 3 points from our offense. Pressure there, but they complete it down to the 13-yard line. And Army is in business here. So they're going to take a look at this one. Did he have a foot in there? That's a great camera angle where you can't see below his waist. He has a better angle. He's in. He's got 2 feet in. That one's good on Sundays. I didn't challenge it. I hope they don't charge us a timeout there, because, yeah, I didn't challenge it. That was more just a review. It said Temple challenge there, but I didn't challenge it, as he had 2 feet in, and now Jackson is looking to run. He fumbles. So, again, they get down here, and Ordonez forces the fumble and picks it up himself. 2 costly turnovers for Army in the red zone, as the Temple defense again forces the fumble this time. Ordonez picks it up. And as bad as our offense has been, the defense is really showing up today. 2 turnovers inside the red zone. Shepard comes back into the game. Here's Brown the 5th. Basically, all we can do is try to ride Brown the 5th, and nicely, Shepard's got to be able to do something. And it's mostly his fault, but as we said also, he's behind a pretty terrible offensive line. He's got to get the ball out quick. This time he overshoots Kush, but Kush goes up and gets it for the first down. That was a pretty bad throw, but we were able to go up and pull it down. Nicely checks back into the game. Nowhere to run for him. He's stopped short. pretty concerning from our offense. I'm not liking what I'm seeing at all from this offense here. As Shepard is the man, thought his days might have been numbered, but we found out Wilkes was left-handed, so that was the end of that. As Shepard's back to pass. He fakes like he's going to run. It's tipped up in the air by our new guy there, Ozuma. And it's another third down for this offense. Who do we look for? What do we do? What is the answer here for this Temple offense? Quick hitter to Ozuma. Doesn't have it. 4th and 5 from the 41-yard line. We're going to go for it here. I don't think I can really pin him deep on a punt. We're going to try to go for it here. Actually, you guys will like this play. I have such little confidence in my offense that when 99% of the time with my teams, I would just go for it here. We're going to have to really pull out all the coaching stuff. We're going to take a delay a game and just punt it, give ourselves a little more space to punt, and just trust in our defense here. As Shepard takes the delay a game, I don't think we can get 5 yards. Believe it, Shepard. I don't believe in you. I don't think we can get it. So we take the delay a game, and we're going to punt it. We're going to try to pin him deep here with Jones. Jones is on to punt. He gets it away. Where's that one going to go out of bounds? A decent kick. It's out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Thank you. We got to try something. I mean, I don't know what to do. The offense is just non-existent right now. Only 3 points today for our offense. Can this defense continue to keep us in the game? As you know, Army's going to be running the ball and stuff. They're not exactly built for a big comeback, but I wouldn't put it past them. As you can see, Glenn there is injured, our middle linebacker. 2nd and 5. They come back to pass. He's short. 3rd and 1. I'm not even looking forward to seeing our offensive stats at the end of this game. It's going to be pretty depressing to see how many yards we have. I don't even know. Maybe 100, 150. As a broken play there, but Jackson manages to find his footing and get back across the line for the first down. 1st and 10 for Army. They run it with Jackson here. Decent carry for a 5-yard gain as we're nearing the end of the 3rd quarter. Willie Love back out there at middle linebacker. They give it to the fullback up the middle, and he has the first down. So I like this game. It's pretty realistic. They got Army really just running the ball like they would in real life. Fullback up the middle. Not a lot of teams feature the fullback these days, as Jackson keeps it himself again for a 2-yard gain. It's tough. You got to really be dialed in on who has the ball as God's Power checks back in. He's had a nice game today. Jackson sends God's Power in motion. They swing it out to him. Good tackle there. There you can see Shepard 6 for 15 for 46 yards. A great opener for Shepard. As Army's trying to get the playoff, they send God's Power in motion and the clock runs out. So no one scores in that quarter. We take a 17-3 lead to the 4th. There's our offense for the day. That looks to me to be about 113 yards of total offense. Just abysmal stats from the Temple offense today. 113 yards. Only 3 points to show for it. And despite all that, we still have a 14-point lead. If you would have told me those numbers, we'd only have 113 yards at the end of the 3rd quarter, I would have said we're in trouble. But the defense has been the story so far today. Can they keep it going? There's 2 big turnovers looming large right now, as Army is not, they're never going to give up. This time it's fullback up the middle. They have 250 yards of offense. Just 113 for us. They fake the pitch out to the fullback, and it's complete.
Sometimes as a quarterback, guys, you just need a new environment. You need a change of scenery. This was a highly recruited guy. Didn't quite work out for him at his last destination. So now here he is, and he's not playing in a power.
It's a run play. I'll pit some.
His coaching staff, he's a better fit in this system, and he thinks he's going to have a big year. And this is something we don't talk about as much, man. There's a lot of talent that also comes down now. So there's talent going up, yes, to new places.
I'm going to have to make some formation subs as Williams isn't even in on some of these plays. That's bad coaching again on my part. We got to get Williams out on the field in more sets as they run it here. He breaks a tackle and he's down to the 4-yard line. Where is Williams? He's not hurt, is he? No. Williams is number 2, I think. Yeah, Tony Williams is hardly even out there in any of my nickel sets. I don't understand that. As I'm going to have to make some big changes to the defense, as Williams should be out there every play. As you see, their backup quarterback checks in. He keeps it. Jackson must have been shook up on the previous play. Yeah, Williams is like not even out there. What am I doing? How is Williams starting at free safety, but he's not out there in like 3/4 of our sets as they throw it in for the touchdown? It's their captain. Austin Mack comes into the game, the backup, and he completes the drive for Army, and it's 17-10. An 87-yard drive there as we try the strategy to pin them deep, but it doesn't stop them. They drive all the way down the field pretty quickly, too. And we got ourselves a tight ball game here. It's 17-10. As we get our offense back out there, it's Brown the 5th. He has a short gain of 3. This offense is bad. I'm very disappointed in what I'm seeing from our offense today. As Shepard's back to pass, he looks for Uzuma. The best passing play we've run so far today as Uzuma's up across midfield to the 46. Nicely checks back in. He has 5.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really
Nicely stays in there. I hate to say it, Nicely is looking a little bit nicer than Brown the 5th right now as he has another good carry down to the 27-yard line. But that doesn't really matter because we're going to need both of them, that's for sure. Nicely and Brown the 5th both. As Shepard's back to pass, it's batted down at the line. Oh man, Shepard, what are you doing, man? Get that ball over the lineman. As it's a draw play to Nicely. He has 6. Third and 4. Nicely. Brown the 5th checks back into the game for this big third down here from the 20. They give it to Brown the 5th, and he has a big loss. He loses 2 yards, 3 yards. And we're going to rely on the leg of Carl Harden, the senior kicker. 1 for 1 on the day. This time it's from 40. Big kick here. We're not even thinking about going for it anymore these days. We're thinking about getting in field goal range and setting up punts. As the 40-yard field goal from Harden is true. 2 for 2 on the day. A nice kick from Harden. Nice to have a reliable kicker. We'll be in the market for a new kicker as Harden is a senior, but it looks like we're going to be counting on him to bail us out a lot this year. If we can even get down to field goal range with this offense, has just been horrible. Now let's see if I can figure out why Williams is not on the field here. Doesn't even, like, I go through the subs and it's like he doesn't even come in. Like, what if I do something like this? He's got to be out there. I got to have him out there for this situation. What the heck? He's starting at strong safety. Let's move him to starting at free safety, maybe? Even though he's a strong safety, maybe that'll get him out there more as we move him over to free safety. He's still not out there. Why is he not on the field? What is going on here? Oh, there he is, playing linebacker. Why is he playing linebacker, though? I don't understand what's happening here. I'm not sure why I can't get Williams on the field. It's pissing me off. As we get the sack there. So, like, basically Williams was out there for, like, one play, and he had a pick six, and now he just never gets out on the field again, as I'm going to have to make some serious adjustments before the next game, as I can't figure out a way to get our best player on the field, and it's going to hurt us here as they complete the pass. I don't understand it. What is going on? Why is he not out there? Get the subs this way. Free safety. There we can put him in. He's kind of hurt. Maybe that's why he's come out. They're back to pass. It's complete. As here's Williams. Finally, Williams is back on the field. He's already making a difference over there. He's have to throw it out of bounds. So I finally managed to get Williams Jr. back on the field. Unbelievable scenes, though, as Williams Jr. makes the tackle. He's a difference maker of the team, and it's like he's not out on the field. As there, he's finally back where he belongs at safety. They're down. We missed the tackle, but we wrap him up, and it's 4th down. Huge play here. 4th and 2 for Army. They come up to the line quickly. They complete the pass, and they're hanging on here. They're down to the 32. Williams Jr. finally in the game at safety. A lot of pressure here, and we get the sack, our 3rd sack of the game. I kind of lost focus here, worrying about Williams Jr. Kind of lost track of the time, too. Only 1:20 to go for Army, as we have another sack, our 4th sack of the game, and now Army's in a world of hurt. 1:20 to go. 3rd and 22 for Army. They're back to pass again. We got the pressure coming, and we almost get to him for a 3rd consecutive sack as he throws this one away, and it's 4th and ball game for the Cadets. 4th and 22. Looking deep, and it's incomplete. So we get another stop. Great effort from the defense today. The offense has been awful. But the defense coming up big today as they have 2 timeouts left. We should be about able to run this clock out. A lot to work on as we go into our Big East opener against UConn next game. A lot for me to figure out. Why isn't Williams out on the field? As you see Brown the fifth there. We still might have to punt it again one more time as it's 3rd and 3. Can we get the first down and just end this game? We run it. Brown the fifth has the first down, and that's going to do it. So not a great opener, but we do manage to win this game at least. As there's all kind of question marks surrounding this Owls team now, mostly with the offense. What can Shepard do at quarterback? We have 2 good running backs. That's right. A win is a win. We'll take it. We're back to 6-7 overall as a coach, but we start this season, more importantly, 1-0. A 20-10 victory, as you see there. Tony Williams Jr., the star of the game with that pick 6 late in the first half. Thank you to all the veterans for your service. And hats off to them. They gave us a good game. Our defense was really the difference today, as we'll hide the women and children. We'll look at these stats today. 173 yards from the Temple offense. Just terrible. Terrible effort from the offense. You see Shepard here, 7 for 17 for 68 yards and 1 pick. Not what we were looking for from Shepard at all. Let's compare the 2 backs who had more carries. We featured Brown the fifth 12 times. He had 51 yards, and Nicely had 10 carries for 59 yards, and the offense did not score today. They were able to muster 2 field goals from the Temple offense, but a defensive touchdown and a punt return were the points, and that was the difference today as we knock off Army 20-10 in the season opener. An interesting game, at least. As before we do anything else, I'll show you guys what I'm talking about here. These formation subs. We run mostly nickel on defense. So you can see there when we're in this standard 3-4, Tony Williams Jr. is in there. Number 2, I'm pointing at the TV. See him at the top of the screen there, though, above Brown, number 2, the safety in the back. Number 2 is Williams Jr. He's out there in that 3-4 set, but we don't run that very often. We're usually in this nickel. And there he is. He's out there on this play. So I don't understand why he wasn't out there. I have him in there, number 2, on all the nickel sets. Is he in there in dime? He is. He's out there. So he is on the field. Maybe he was just hurt or something. All of our sets have him out there, number 2. So maybe we were just tweaking out. Maybe I was being too hard on my coaching there. He is scheduled to be in there starting at free safety, and he's on the field for every set we have in our defensive packages here. But maybe we were just being cautious. Maybe he was tired or shooken up a little bit. As he was out there in the first half, he had the interception and stuff, but then he just went missing in the second half. I'm not really sure why. But he's out there. I have him lined up to be on the field. Every set we have, he's out there at safety. So keep an eye on that. I'll make sure he's out there, whatever I have to do to get him out there. As let's make sure we didn't screw up our depth chart here. He's got to be the starter at free safety. Or, no, he's strong safety, excuse me. Yeah, Williams Jr. So maybe he was just hurt or tired or something. Maybe that's why we took him out, because Davis was out there a lot, and I don't really understand why. But keep an eye on that. But a great debut nonetheless from Williams Jr. as he had the pick 6, and we win 20-10. We'll skip ahead to next week, and we'll close this video out tonight. Season 2 is underway. next game, we got to get that goal for winning a road game already accomplished. As next game it'll be our home opener. UConn comes to town. See if we made any progress with these recruits real quick. Nice. We're first place now for the 4-star we want from Philadelphia. We're offering him 300 NIL. It's pretty expensive, but as you can see, we don't have anybody to throw the ball to. And we have enough points pretty much on all these guys. We could afford to take a look here. Are there any quarterbacks from Pennsylvania that aren't left-handed? We're going to need a quarterback. Shepard's going to be gone, and Wilkes can't be the starter next year. So we got 2 3-star quarterbacks from Pennsylvania. One's from Philly. He's a bust. And one's from Harrisburg. They're both pocket passers. Here's a runner from Haverford, PA. Let's put all 3 of these guys on the board and check them out. See if any of them could possibly be the future of our team here. This guy has a offer. I did scout him, but I didn't offer him a scholarship because he's kind of expensive. He's got 89 throw power, only 69 speed. Ham, the reason I got rid of him, only 65 speed, the 3-star quarterback from Philadelphia. He's got a pretty strong arm, but I don't want him just sitting in the pocket. So let's see if maybe we can find a gem here with David Divinity. Let's scout him out, see what the story is on him. He's only a 79 speed, but he doesn't want any money. I guess we'll offer David Divinity just to see if maybe somehow he pans out. We'll offer him 5 points. And we'll call him. But yeah, we're probably going to be looking for we got to save some money. We're probably going to be looking for a new quarterback in the transfer portal, as this guy is not very interested in us. We'll try to up the points on him. We're not going to really need this guy too much if we can somehow get this 4-star wideout, so we'll just scrap him. Changing up the board a little bit here. These are all 2 stars. We'll sell out for these guys here, I guess. The 2 gems that we have scouted out, we'll sell out for him. Go 40 on him and 40 on him. So we're still currently just looking at 12 guys. Basically, we have 4 3-stars here that are interested in us, and we're not going to have much points for transfer portal time. As this challenge keeps presenting new challenges for us, our offense sucks, and we're not getting many recruits, but we did get a good class last year, so hopefully we can develop some of those guys, and we'll see what happens here. As now my optimism has a bit of a reality check here after that game. But we'll see what we can do against UConn to open up the Big East next game. Let's see how good they are real quick. We would like to get our revenge against UConn. As we set up our practice here nicely. Brown. Didn't even see much of those guys. And UConn's a 67 overall. They're pretty terrible. So maybe we could start this season 2-0 next stream and get back to 500 overall, as we're now 6-7 overall as a coach. But that'll do it for tonight. We win our season opener of year 2, 20-10 against Army. So as it was said in the chat, a win is a win. We'll take that one and try to regroup for a few Big East games here before it gets tougher when we go to Louisville, Penn State. We've got a lot of tough games coming up, so hopefully we could beat UConn next stream and get this season rolling 2-0. So thank you, everyone, for coming. welcome back as this challenge continues here. We're in season 2, and it's going to be an interesting one as we're still pretty far away from building this team up, but we're trying to get better. So we'll see. We'll see what happens next time. And thanks everyone for coming, and good night.